Hi everybody. One question that I get asked all the time is, should we buy a condo townhouse or a single family property? And I will tell you my answer is the same every time I get asked that question. It depends. In this week's video, we're going to go over some reasons why a single family house might work for you or why you might be a better fit for a townhouse or a condo. So stay tuned. I think one of the most obvious answers to that question is your outdoor living space. Okay, so are you a person who likes to do yard work? Do you like puttering around in a garden? Do you have an animal, a dog that might need a yard to romp around in? I mean, odds are you're not going to get a lot of outdoor private space if you decide to buy a condo or a townhouse. I know a lot of complexes have restrictions on the number of pets that you can have. They might even have a weight restriction on how large the dog or animal can be. So that's something to consider. A lot of times also they have restrictions on your outdoor space. Can you put up a patio canopy if you wanted to? Can you have a grill? A gas grill or a charcoal grill. So those are all things and restrictions that you might want to look into just to make sure that it fits your lifestyle. One huge difference between a condo townhouse situation and a single family home is the HOA fees, homeowners association fees. Now here in New Jersey, they can be substantial sometimes, and most of the times it really depends on the amenities that you're getting for those HOA fees. So for instance, some complexes really just take care of the outdoor maintenance. So they mow the lawn, they might trim back the shrubs, so all that you don't have to take care of. They also do snow removal. They also will shovel the sidewalks and the pathways, so that's all included. Then you have some that have really some very beautiful amenities, but you do pay for them. They might have a pool that you are a member of, and that's included in your HOA fees. They might have a gym that you can utilize. They might have tennis courts or a walking path. A lot of times some complexes will have playgrounds for the kids. So you really want to check into what those HOA fees provide for you for that dollar amount. One other thing that I'd like to point out so that my buyers can make an educated decision is most of the times, if it is a multi-level townhouse that they're purchasing, you're going to have a common wall. Or you might have two common walls if you're not an end unit. So you have to understand that you are going to hear the noise from your neighbors. If you're in a one-floor condo, if you have people above you or below you, you're also going to hear that noise. So that's just something to consider, especially if you like silence. That might be something that might not work for you. One other thing to consider is parking. Now granted, this can vary from complex to complex greatly. Some complexes are just open parking. It's just a free-for-all, first come, first serve, and there's no assigned spots. Other complexes do have assigned spots, and that varies. Some will have one assigned spot per unit, some will have two. I very rarely have seen more than two. And then they'll have other areas for open parking for your guest. If your unit happens to have a garage, odds are you will have a driveway, so that's additional parking. But these are all things to consider too, especially if you like to entertain. You want to have some place for your family and friends to park when they arrive. One other topic that I want to address is equity, building equity. I mean, let's face it, if you were purchasing a condo, a townhouse, a single family home, a multi-family home, whatever you're purchasing, over the years, you want to build equity. You want to be able to turn around and sell it and make a profit. I mean, let's face it. So yes, there is potential, obviously, to build equity in all of those situations. The only thing is I would say that there is a little bit more of a cap on a condo or a townhouse because as far as improvements go, the only thing you can improve is the interior. Okay, you can upgrade the kitchen, you can upgrade the baths, the flooring, you can do all that, add crown molding, and yes, that is going to beautify the home and obviously make it more desirable to a potential buyer, but you can't add square footage. So with a single family home, you can add a second garage. You can go over the garage and add a beautiful master suite. You can go out the back and expand the kitchen and add a family room. So when you add square footage to a property, obviously that's where you're going to get most bang for your buck, as long as you don't over improve for the neighborhood, which actually might be a great topic for a video down the road. So listen, I hope all this information was helpful to you. If you can, leave a comment below. I would love to know if you live in a condo or a townhouse or a single family and what you love most about it. Also, please consider subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it, and I will see you next Wednesday. Bye-bye.